Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Everybody, how we doing on this fine Sunday afternoon? Jon Fitch and I decided to go live on Sunday instead in the afternoon, mainly because of shit. Life
stuff,
all that good stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
The kids have flag football, so kids take priority. I got to get up to their flag football game in time. They have practice for an hour before, and I played for an hour. It's pretty cool. So you gotta do the dad stuff.
I just finished off a little 16-hour fast. Did some fasted. I didn't do cardio today.
I'm fasting today. Actually,
You haven't eaten anything today.
Haven't eaten anything. My first meal is this mimosa.
Oh my God. Oh man. I bet that's going right to you.
It's I'm feeling good. It's nice. It was a nice day. It's nice and sunny. Got to watch my kids play football. It's awesome. It's awesome Sunday so far. I'm enjoying myself.
I do enjoy me some Sundays as well. I went and took my dog to a what's it called? To get a bath.
Ooh.
Yeah, he did not enjoy it. Normally, he's really well behaved when I bathe him in my house. And I was like, I don't really feel like, because afterwards you got to clean the fucking tub and all this other stuff, and you got to clean up everything. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm out. I went and got my spider some new fucking habitat stuff, and I was like, let's do this, Chance. Let's go. I don't feel like it, right? So, of course, he wants to play with all the dogs and all this other shit. And he's trying to, I don't know. He just doesn't like going to these fucking wash houses when there's other dogs around. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So he's all
pride thing. He doesn't want to submit.
That's exactly what it is.
He doesn't want to submit in front of other dogs, maybe.
That's exactly what it is.
It's like submit to you, but he's like, really?
Yeah, there's other dogs around, dude. I'm not
don't do this to me right now.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh my God, look at that girl over there. Oh, there's this total babe in the gym today too. I feel it. I feel your pain, Chance. I feel it. But you got to just let it go sometimes, my dude, I feel like doing this right now, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like every once in a while I want to do just a little quick fragrance review. Start getting these guys thinking about some stuff in order to tie things up. Why do I like fragrances so much? I didn't know that I liked fragrances so much up until it was probably about like 3 months ago. Believe it or not. No, it was a little bit longer. Actually, no, it was maybe 3-4 months ago. Do you wear any cologne fragrances or anything like that?
Around the time when we started chatting, honestly, I think.
Yeah, seriously.
About it.
Yeah. I wasn't into it before. I never wore anything. I was all like hippy dippy too about it too. Like, oh, it's all chemicals and all that other stuff. Blah, 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 blah. And then I went, I hung out with a buddy of mine and he's like, I want to go smell these 2 colognes that I've been really interested in. I'm like, all right, I'll go with you. Fuck it. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I went and smelled them, I'm like, dang, I fucking remembered this one Tom Ford scent that I smelled like a year and a half ago. That's just sat with me. It's a tobacco vanille, fucking awesome fragrance. I actually own it now. And I walk up to this Tom Ford counter, not really a counter. It's like a little area. And I was just like, fuck, man, holy shit, like $300 for a fucking bottle and all this other stuff. I was like, this is crazy. And I just smelled this one. I smelled tobacco vanilla and I was like, I like it, but it's just, it's like, I like it. I want it. But it's not something I'm going to wear all the time.
$300.
That was like $230. It was $230 for that one. The one that the lady sprayed on me that I was like in love with was $335. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like,
yeah, it's an investment.
Yeah.
You've got to believe in the scent before you drop
for sure. So
money on it.
I'm walking around.
That can definitely be beneficial if you get the right one.
Yeah, I agree. Well, the thing, and this is the biggest one, like, of course, money, muscles, game are the fucking top 3 things you need to invest in. If you're going around and you're just investing in your style and you think that's going to get you there, or if you do, if you just go around and like buy the new car and you think that's your value, that's not going to work for you. You got to build the foundation. But as you start to build the foundation, you could start to put some accents out there, if that makes sense. And that's what fragrance is for me. And not just that, fragrance for me is for me as well. It's like when I went to that counter and I smelled oud wood, that was actually the one I walked away. No, sorry. I went back 2 days later and I picked up oud wood. And it was just like, because she sprayed it on me, I felt this sense of like refinement and sophistication and all this other, like, it just kind of kept registering my mind. You know, your olfactory senses, man, they bring up a lot of memories and they channel to certain parts of your brain. And that's why it's also pretty good for guys to wear stuff like this, because you could be a 5 in the looks department, but walk past a girl wearing a fucking awesome scent and it's automatically going to start to pique her interest, right? You did that without anything other than just your own personal aura. So without further ado, I'm going to just do a quick little review on one that I'm wearing right now. I don't normally wear it that often. This is something that guys can go and pick up, and it's going to be a good everyday wear. And it has a good DNA that a lot of people are very used to, but it's a little bit different. This is Acqua di Gio Profumo. All right. So it's not the Acqua di Gio, like the normal one that everyone's used to, that was like big during the fucking 90s and 2000s. Still the same kind of DNA, but this has a little bit of a different kick to it. It's a little bit more masculine. It's a little bit more down to earth, I guess, in a way. Stays around a little bit longer, projects well. Ladies like it. Yeah, Spice Bomb is amazing. Yeah, Spice Bomb is one of my favorites. I have Spice Bomb and then Spice Bomb Extreme. I tried to do Spice Bomb Night Vision, and I swear I bought it. I bought it. It is the only scent that I've ever returned in my entire life. I love the opening. I loved the opening. But I was sitting there laying in bed reading, and I dropped my phone or something like that, and I brought it up to my I sprayed it right there on my hand. And I brought it up to my hand, and I started smelling this thing that just kind of reminded me of like fucking Old Spice body wash. And I was just like, ugh. And I was like, no. Like I quickly registered in my mind. I was like, that's the Spice Bomb. That's where you sprayed it. I was like, fuck. So I did it again. I was like, no way. Smell the opening, all this other stuff. Let it sit for a little bit. And then I was like, ugh. It was exactly the same. It just reminded me of this body wash. So I was like, fuck it. I'm returning this shit. Really liked it. But Spice Bomb OG and Spice Bomb Extreme are fucking epic. I use Old Man Fragrance Gucci Black. It works for me. Yeah, so I barely wear this one, though. I barely wear Acqua di Gio Profumo. Why is that? I don't like wearing mainstream scents, plain and simple. I'm not that type of dude. I'm totally a fucking niche fragrance connoisseur in a way. I wear all the wackier stuff that I like, that makes me feel like, it's all about how you feel, believe it or not, right? There's some dudes that like that true masculine stuff, right? Like the cedar woods and like that woodsy scent, or the leathers, or all that stuff. That's not me.
I save those stuff for the beard oils.
Oh yeah.
So I have like the lumberjacky smell.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Stuff, but yeah, not for my cologne.
Yeah, I was just using this beard oil that I just fucking ended up hating the scent of it. It had too much clove in it, and I was like, ugh. It's just, I hate having that right underneath my nose too, and having to smell clove all day. I was like, this is no good. 1821 shampoo body wash, smells amazing, and you could smell it all day. I've never had a lady say anything but good about it. Yeah. If you watch my Christmas special, I don't really do. I'm more of a bar soap guy. I get the OG fucking natural ingredients bar soap stuff.
Switch up to the Castle soap, dude.
I used to do that, but I'll tell you what, man, I was getting
baptized in your body.
I know, I feel you. But it doesn't do that well to protect against ringworm. I feel like, personally. So that's why I was getting a lot of these bar soaps that had like tea tree oil and different stuff in it. Like I got one that was like a tea tree oil and a lemongrass. That was fucking pretty bomb. So I just go and spend a bit of money, like $10 a bar soap at fucking Sprouts. But anyway, yeah, so Acqua di Gio, that's a good one to start off with if you're the type of guy that's like, I want a good one that I could wear all day. I could wear it to the club. I could wear it to the office. I could wear it on dates. It's a little bit pricey.
The Ballsy Ball Wash.
Oh, yeah. Ballsy Ball Wash, too. I haven't tried that yet.
15% off.
To be honest with you, I don't care about how my, well, sometimes I care.
It's got charcoal in it.
Yeah. Charcoal balls.
Charcoal,
the old balls.
Charcoal.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I have a Tom Ford.
What do you got? Black Orchid?
I don't know, it's the black bottle. I don't know. I can't remember the names.
Well, yeah,
there was a few. I had a hard time deciding.
Yeah.
2 or 3.
Yeah. Do you remember what it smells like?
I don't know, man. Just I don't know how to describe it, but it's definitely one of the more manlier fragrances
From Tom Ford, yeah.
Yeah, when I smell it. Yeah.
I love this stuff, man. To be honest with you, it's weird. You know, some guys are into shoes, some people are into leather hats.
Yeah, it's a fragrance that I wouldn't wear to the gym.
Yeah. I wouldn't wear this to the gym.
I'm going to a nice dinner. Yeah.
I wouldn't wear this to the gym. This says I'm wearing cologne. That's what this says. What's that?
I got my nice shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. What is up, Patrick Knotts? I don't feel like I've seen you in a little while. It's good to see you back in here. I mainly use it on my beard hair, not so much as a body wash. Cool. I like it. Anyway, what's new, Mr. Fitch?
Nothing.
What do you want to talk about today? Nothing's new?
I don't know. I think it's just looking at the world, being red-pilled, looking at the world, and being out amongst the regular people is it's like a superpower. And you start seeing things, and hearing people's stories and things that's going on. And I was able to witness some hypergamy.
No kidding.
And, myself with some girls and their stories, and girls are dating two people at once. One guy's just a friend, like she's ready to monkey branch. He doesn't know what's coming. Like just seeing everything play out, and how many times the same situation plays out over and over and over again. It just reminds you that the fairy tale is just a fairy tale.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny now too. It's so strange. I mean, I know we talked about this fucking ad nauseum yesterday on Rule Zero, but the whole fucking Harry fucking Merkel situation. I don't know if you're abreast of what's going on there.
Is that the
Prince Harry, Meghan Markle
moving to Canada?
They're moving to Canada. They're renouncing their royal duties, and a new fucking thing just happened. So this is the whole point of it. What was said was we need to go back and we need to work regular jobs too. So Harry bought into all this stuff. First and foremost, she converted him over to veganism just a couple months ago. She would not let him go on the annual fox hunt he goes on with his family. She's separating him, obviously pulling him and removing him away. She's being this little victim. Now everyone's painting the picture. It's because she's black. That's why everybody's mad at her. And it's like, no, the reality is she's a shitty person.
Yeah.
And now it's found out that she signed a fucking deal with Disney. She signed a deal with Disney. So she's going back to her fucking acting career. It's like people called it. They're like, he's so beta that she's trying to get back around her fucking alpha squad again, right? She is so alpha widowed. She is so alpha widowed that she's literally trying to run away from this situation here.
She's gonna drag him down with her.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't know all that. I saw them moving to Canada, but I wasn't aware of the renouncing their royal duties. Which, I mean, one point of that, who cares? Royal duties.
Right.
You kidding me? Like, there's a lot of tax money that goes into like these people's just living. So, but the fact that he's following her around like a puppy, yeah, she's turned him into a super supportive beta, and now she's gonna go get plowed by some alpha chads.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you think the fallout from this is gonna be? Like, what level of shame is the crown willing to tolerate? Right? Like, this is getting bad. This is getting bad fast. We all know what happened to Diana in the tunnel.
They're gonna pull a Diana, yeah.
Oh God, yeah. And there's not gonna be no fucking car in a tunnel. This is gonna be something crazier, I think. She slipped and fell into fucking bar soap in her fucking shower.
She drowned in her toilet.
Oh my God, that'd be crazy. I would just recruit Hillary for this one. She's very nifty with this.
She's good. Oh man. Yeah, that's bad. But what are you gonna do? It's everywhere.
What's that? Just all this hypergamy stuff?
Yeah, and well, I mean, just the there's probably more dudes praising him, around him than being like,
Yeah,
yo, dude,
that's
are you
what I was
sure
saying
about
too.
this? Are you sure? It's probably like, oh, that's good for you, bud. She's a
Right. Yeah.
keeper. You got to do it. You got to.
And it's not just that. There's probably people around him too that are like, "This is a new age of masculinity, Harry. This is a new age of You're the face for
You're
this.
the
You're
face.
the
You're
face.
showing
You're
people
doing
what
this."
the real man are today.
Exactly. You are the king of woke, is what I was saying yesterday in Rule Zero. He's the king of woke right now. He's even moving in on Justin Trudeau's territory to show Justin how woke royalty can get. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck me.
Moving
Holy
into his
crap.
backyard. I'll show you, Mr. Trudeau.
I'll show you. I'm the prince of this bitch.
Yep.
I'm gonna one up you on your fucking, what's it called? On your wokeness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, is that a mosquito? Me no like you. Grodies. Oh man. So we were also talking yesterday. Who do you got money on? Cerrone or fucking Connor? What's your take?
I don't really care. It's such a circus. This guy, all right. So he has 19 convictions in Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Right. How does he get into the US?
I know, I agree. He's got money, that's why.
Yeah, I know, but like it's just this. It shows you. It's just a shot sign. Hey guys, like none of these laws, nothing means anything. It's just made up. It's all about dollar signs. So it's just a reminder to everybody. The guy has 19 convictions, many of them violent, and he's still allowed to like come over to the US. Like, yeah, we have no standards really if you got money.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it also just goes to show the level of corruption, and not just corruption as like,
Capitalism.
Well, I also think it's, again, you talk about it being WWE, man.
Yeah.
I think the majority or the boatload of those charges are probably fucking bullshit. They're just trying to bolster it up. You got to remember, dude, Connor is a promoter now. His business is promotion.
Convictions. 19 convictions.
Oh, convictions. No shit.
Convictions. 19 convictions. Guilty. What other country can you get into with like that much? You can't even get into Canada with a DUI.
Crazy. Are you serious? You can't get into Canada with a DUI?
Yeah, they'll reject you from coming up there.
No shit. Fucking, so no poutine for you, huh?
No poutine.
God damn. You like poutine?
It was good when I
think I've had it once. I've had it one time. It was all right.
Styles of it. I enjoyed it because we were usually, at the end of a night drinking. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Greasy, carby. It's good. But yeah, saucy. I don't know.
Got some sauce on it.
McGregor hasn't beat anybody relevant for a while. Cowboy, he's a journeyman. Like he doesn't.
Yeah.
He wins one, loses one, wins one, loses one.
Right.
It's exciting, but like still, he's not top. I don't.
Yeah, I think, man. To be honest with you, I think this is just an easy feeder for Connor to get back into the ring.
It's just a quick money score. It has nothing to do with other than making money. It's pro wrestling. Like there's no merit. There's no merit system to the who fights.
Well, I think there's some. Again, getting back to the money thing though, but I think it's a way to get Connor back into the good graces of the fans. Show some skill off. Hopefully it'll end in a knockout from Connor. Then he could start climbing the ladder again for them to bring him back into some more blockbuster stuff. But yeah, it's not. Or I don't understand.
Money grab before he goes to court over the rape allegations.
Oh shit! I didn't even know about those ones.
Yeah, he's possibly under investigation for 2, like sexual misconduct type crimes.
Of course, though.
In the past year. One happened over a year ago. One was more recent.
Yeah, I just think anytime you start getting famous, man, you're going to see a lot of those start to come up. I was listening to one guy talk about how rich people get from fucking suing. It's insane. You thought Connor sucked against Mayweather? I thought he did pretty well, to be honest with you. I knew he was going to burn out, but I don't think he sucked per se. I thought it was pretty
Mayweather.
good, right?
I think Mayweather played with him until It was the round he bet on himself and then finished it on the
It was the
round
round he bet on himself.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he probably put like millions down on him
7.
on the 7th, and then just played around until the 7th. He's like, all right, it's the 7th. I'm gonna do it.
I like it. Hey, I mean, no better investment than in yourself, right?
Yep. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, no mental strategy. Well, it just kind of seems like that's Connor's approach to life too.
Well,
there's just no mental strategy.
Is to piss you off so you rush at him and then he counters.
Right.
With everybody. He gets you to come at him full of fucking ego, and then he olays and counters. So he did with Jose. He had Jose so pissed off.
That Jose came right at him.
Yeah, he sprinted at him and just stepped out. Boop.
What's Masvidal's weight class?
He fights welterweight. He's a welterweight.
Yeah. That would be a good fight, I think. Him and Connor, but that weight class is just too out of fucking reach for. Right?
I mean, Masvidal's not a big 70-pounder.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but Connor's fighting at this fight coming up right now between him and Cerrone are 170.
Yeah, but
he's only at like 162 right now, from what I hear. So he didn't put on a lot of weight.
Yes, we'll see. I mean, these guys aren't really fighting. I mean, it's freaking pro wrestling. They're not really making the weights. They're just like, hey, well, you want to fight it this weight? Okay, let's fight it that way. Whatever.
Yeah. I feel you.
I'm not saying that the fights are fake. It's just it's not really back and forth. It's an exhibition kind of.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
I feel you. I think that's the way it's going to start. I think it's going to start progressing that way too. We're probably going to see people.
Well, that's what the UFC's been pushing towards, because they can make it more bland. They have more control over it. It's not a sport. Then they're not forced to let the top guys fight each other.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. So like, if you start to blur the lines of like, hey, this 185er wants to fight fucking Stipe, and it would be a good show, right? So like John Jones versus Stipe or something like that. That'd be fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's a blockbuster.
What if Adesanya versus Stipe? Let's see that. 185-pounder versus a heavyweight. Like,
that'd be fucking crazy.
People would pay to watch it. It'd be crazy.
Absolutely.
It's an exhibition.
Right.
It'd be fun to watch, but it's still an exhibition. It's not title contention. It's not whatever. It's just a goof.
What do you think of this comment here, Mr. 41-year-old?
Too many old men playing the game, skateboarding and fighting. These dudes should be done at near 30. Well, one of the problems is that
then he responds with not 40 specifically. I hope you know Jon Fitch is 41, still fighting in Bellator, by the way.
I think there are still one of the reasons that old men are still fighting on the big shows is because the younger generation's been so feminized. There's less fighters. Their testosterone is just naturally lower. That could be one reason. But also because it's hard to build your name up nowadays, because promoters don't really promote anymore. They expect you to promote yourself to social media and all this other stuff. Like they
just sit back and fucking give you a platform. Once you've already done it.
Yeah, and then they'll steal dollars from your platform, from your audience. So you build your own audience, and once you have an audience, then you can come to over us, and then we'll push you, and then you'll get a bigger audience. And then that's just kind of how the story and how it goes. And it's kind of gross because their name is promoters. They should be promoting. That's what they do. Like when they put their energy into a fighter, like they get a return on it. Like those guys get a big amplification. They get big speaker put to them.
Yeah, I feel you. The other thing though too, that this individual, I wish I knew your name, and it's Casso Vetro, I think, or something. I hope I'm saying that right. The other thing you got to take into consideration here too is the sport is evolving more and more. And with that said, as we as a people are pushing the limits further and further in everything, you're going to start to see more and more of this. It's like, how old's Tom Brady? 42.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a,
you know, and
I think
like
just
right now,
diet nutrition has made such a huge difference. Because when I was in my 20s, I thought I knew what I was doing, but I was eating like shit. I was eating like
mm,
absolute garbage.
mm,
And then I didn't start cleaning up my diet until my 30s,
right,
32 or so, before when I tried veganism. And that was the first time I started eating whole foods and cutting out the processed foods and all that shit. And then finally I got stuff on track back in like 2016. It's like when I finally got my eating where it needed to be.
mm.
So like, I've only
Yeah,
had
and the thing is, you got to
4
continue to understand
years
that
of eating.
with the advent of the internet, just dumping more and more
Yep.
information out there,
Mhm.
it's gonna happen more and more. Like we as an individual right now, our consciousness as an individual is just so expanded, and if you continue to consume the right content, you're just going to be able to keep growing and growing and growing and growing, to be honest with you, right? It's I mean, this did start off though where you do see the baby boomers who are no longer leaving. They're not retiring when they reach board level executive, right? In these corporate positions. They're staying on the boards until they're 90, 95, right? And
Mhm.
then they're finally leaving because they're still sharp and they're still witty and they're still at it. It's very difficult because, again, like this is what people call as a stovepipe, people that hold on to it. But at the same time, I mean, if there's not people coming in there in order to prop you up, right, like governmentally or whatever, like kind of like what Dana White's doing right now to Connor, you're gonna fall. People are gonna fall. Like this is still the free market, no matter how many restrictions you put on it. The cream will rise to the top. It's just sometimes it's gonna happen a little bit more violently or aggressively than most people allow, right, or think is gonna happen.
Well, I mean, one of the big problems we have right now is crony capitalism, because it's not,
Mhm.
you know, you're having some regulations on capitalism, making sure that monopolies don't happen. That's good. It's a good thing. We need some level of that. But we have crony capitalism going on, and people help each other out and keep anybody else from coming into the market. And
Mhm.
that's just bad. You end up getting a
Right.
stale product, and it keeps people from rising up and being innovative.
But what I'm saying though is it just can't it can't sustain itself though. No matter what, like I said, just like the volcano, it's going to erupt and it's not going to be pretty. And then things will be all right for a little while, and then some fucking idiot will all forget our lessons again, and then we'll do it all over again, 3,000, 4,000 years from now or some shit, and who knows. Que pasa? Excuse me. What's up, Conk? Dan Powell asked a good question. Do you guys have advice for dealing with such a low IQ in beta society? Frustrating. Move to Brazil. You want to know what my belief is with this? Thrive in it.
Yeah.
Change your perspective and look at it as a blessing for you rather than a curse.
It's a blessing for you
Thrive
to
in it.
get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
You can recognize the patterns and use them to your advantage and thrive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about getting in the water and trying to force the waves to go a different direction. Just get your board
It's about
out,
learning how to catch that wave right and fucking go with
right?
it.
Thrash.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, it's never been easier to be a man. It's never been easier to get punans. It's never been easier to make money. It's never been easier to be a high level man than it is today. Plain and simple. Yep, exactly. Easier to get on top. So that's all you got to do is just change your perspective about it. Pretty soon, though, once we start having high level dudes operating at that level, we're just going to keep pushing and elevating other men. The problem is we just have a mass majority of people that are so entitled. And the only way an entitled person can learn is when they lose it all, when they hit rock bottom. And then they have to make a choice whether they want to continue on living and fight and earn it, or they fucking off themselves. Plain and simple. It's called the dark night of the soul. Plain and simple. Like, people got to go through that initiation. It's like a caterpillar going into its cocoon, right? You think you're going to die, but the reality is through that transformation, you could fucking end up flying. That's what a lot of people get scared to do, right? Holy crap, be the best person in the room and let your ego grow from it. Once you're the best person in the room, though, go and find yourself another room where you're not. Plain and simple. That's the only way to grow.
The bottom again.
Yep. and then just keep growing. It's all about leveling up, guys. We're in a video game. This is a simulation.
Yep.
If you look at it that way, it's just like everything I'm going through is just a test. And
You got a bunch of fails, use them. Just keep failing and keep learning the system. And eventually you'll get ahead.
any dude that wants to go back to the old way where men got handed a farmer's daughter with zero value to add just need a holiday abroad to the far east or deep south, then come back to the west. We're not going back. We're not going back on the plantation. It's not going to happen. Yep. The consciousness level has risen.
And learn
We've
from the
seen the
past.
standard of society that we can create. We understand hypergamy 100% now, right? Especially if you're red pilled. You're going to understand that buying into that kind of mindset of like, oh, I'm just going to get married to some pure individual. She's going to be with me forever and we're going to live happily ever after. I talked about it yesterday on Rule 0. There is no fucking happily ever after. Relationships are meant to fucking, if you're fortunate enough to have a relationship that lasts, which is very, very rare, that's great. I'm all about it. But from what I've learned and from what I've seen in life, relationships are always transforming, right? Bonds are created and then bonds are broken and people are going their separate ways, but they've learned from one another, right? Sometimes the bonds break and it's not very nice. Sometimes it's just a clean break and it's like, hey, cool, c'est la vie, right? But that's really what relationships are about. It's no more of this. We need to live together for the next 50, 60 years. I don't want to celebrate a fucking 60-year anniversary with one person. Like, have you ever been to one of those? That shit's fucking weak. That's weak as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, dude, holy crap. You guys have been together for 60 years? What the fuck? Oh my God. And then they pretend like they're still in love. It's like, yo, I was just hanging out with you yesterday, grandma and grandpa, and she was screaming at you and threatening to hit you with a fucking rolling pin. That's happiness? That's happiness, bro? Fuck. No, thank you. See you later. I'm out. I'm going on a cruise. I'm going to fuck 20-year-olds. I'm going to take some Viagra and fucking have a heart attack. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm just being honest. Some guys it might work, but you just got to know there's no happily ever after, no matter what you achieve in life. It's the human condition. You're going to raise to a new level. You're going to sit there for like 6 months and you'll be like, this is great. This is good. I'm happy. And then all of a sudden, friction's going to start happening. Stuff's going to go on. You're going to see people with other stuff. You're going to start dreaming about new things. You're going to be like, fuck, I want that. I want to do that. That's perfectly fine. That's good. Act on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, act on that shit. Do it for the right reasons. Do it for personal growth and development. Try to level other people up around you as best as you possibly can. But you're never going to be happy being static. And that's what's wrong with our civilization right now is we are fucking static. We have no true enemy to fight except for ourselves. And it's like, fuck, this sucks. This fucking sucks, right? So what should the fight be, though? What do you think our fight should be, Jon Fitch?
Well, I think there's different levels of people. Some people are comfortable just being workers. And they're looking for just that regular. I don't know if they're ever going to be happy if they were pushing the limits. I think not everybody's built for it. Some people need just to know where their next meal is coming from. They don't need to take risks. But there's those of us out there on the edges that we thrive when we're taking risks. We thrive when we're doing something new. We thrive when we're away from the general population. We got to dip back in here and there to live, but like we spend life on the outskirts, and there's a large number of us. We're not that special. There's still a lot of us, but I think there's different levels of men and women built for different things. Some people are meant to find new land and territory. Some people are meant to design great buildings and machines. Some people were designed to build the machines and build the structures and build the ships. I just think you have to kind of be realistic with who you are and go with it.
Yeah.
I guess
I used to say this to my Marines when I was in. The first two things I would say to them is this: know your role and do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Then don't lie, cheat, or steal kind of deal, right? Mainly for me, mainly to me, right? But that's kind of how it was as a boss. Know your role and do your job. If you're a corporal and this is your fucking job, do it. That's all you got to do. Just do that and shut the fuck up, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a lance corporal, guess what? Know your fucking role. Know your position in the hierarchy. Know your fucking bounds. Know your boundaries. Don't push past those. Do your fucking job. Plain and simple. Do your job. Just do your job. This is what I would guarantee to all my fucking employees, or not my employees, but my Marines, even my employees. That's what I'd say to them. Here's the objective. Here's the end state that I'm looking for. Here's the time frame I'm looking for it done. Do it however you see fit. The leash is yours, but here's what I'm looking for. This is what I want accomplished. This is what I want it done by. Those are the only two things you need to worry about, right? Everything else is on your own. Everything else you do autonomously, you, right? But that's it. Makes sense. Yeah, good on you. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's see. At 22, a girl statistically has 50% of her partners in life. Cool. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah. All right, Jon Fitch. All right. What are we looking at? How are we feeling? What are we doing? What's going through that mind of yours? What do you want to talk about?
Man, this guy Castelvetro, he's talking about this post at 2:16 p.m. He's with girls talking to 20 guys a day online. That is 600 a month or 7,200 a year. How can a girl be normal after 10 years of this?
They can't.
I mean, my thing is,
they can't.
From age 13 on, girls are being hounded 24 hours a day. Somebody's throwing dick at her. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it might be kind of normal. Now it's coming through technology, but like, how is that really shielded from anybody?
Well, it's coming. The thing is, though, it is coming at her way more often, and it is pushing her mindset higher. So if it was happening in person, most guys aren't intimidated. The boundaries have been pulled off of men, right? Back in the day, it was a sexual market where people are like, oh, shoot. Let's just imagine this back in the day. Oh, I'm kind of a beat up Toyota pickup truck. Oh, there's that girl over there who's a 7. She's a Lamborghini. I am not even going to waste my time going over there. And then before, there used to be caste systems and all this other shit too, right? So you had all that shit. Now, any fucking swinging dick can take a fucking shot. Any swinging dick. And it's the weakest fucking thing possible. I could be a fucking 3 SMV level dude, fucking Hispanic dude fucking named Paco on Plenty of Fish. And all I got to do is shoot you a fucking message that says, hey, right? Hey, exactly. Hey, like the worst approach you could possibly go after with any girl, just going up to her and saying, hey, right? Like, you're fucking weird, right? Hey, or hey, sexy, show me bobs. Anyway, now she's sitting there and she's looking through this and she's getting 1,000 messages or however many. What did he say up there? 20 messages a day?
20 dudes a day.
Yeah. I know girls that are getting 52 messages a day. At least 52 messages a day. Having to screen through all that stuff. So what's she doing when she's looking? She's not looking at the message. She's looking at the icon to see if you're attractive and you fit her fucking specs. Now, how many text messages have you gotten so far today, John?
Maybe like
how many text messages? Yeah, what? I think I got 2 or 3 text messages, and 2 of them were from you. Right. But what I'm saying though is this: imagine if your fucking phone was just vibrating every fucking 10 minutes of some new fucking schmuck, and that's from just one dating app. That's not from other people that you're talking to. That's not also your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram notifications, or your other 3 fucking that you're on, or your Snapchat. Right now, you got all these fucking thirsty ass idiots that are sitting there and they're talking to you and they're trying to fucking get at you, and it's like this completely inflates their egos 100%. It's not just that, I don't know if you listened to Tate talking to Rolo the other day, but Tate was spot on when it comes to why men desire virgins more so. Right, number one, I desire. What's that?
Guaranteed paternity. If the rule number one is survive,
Yep.
and you're not going to want to put energy, because energy is part of what you need to survive. If you're putting energy into offspring that's not yours, well, that doesn't help your survival.
There's 3 or 4 levels that we could talk about with that too, for sure. Right. So number 1 is guaranteed paternity, even though it's not guaranteed, but it's more likely that that's going to happen. Number 2 is the ability for her to pair bond more. Right. Mm-hmm. If you're number 1 and that's all she's ever had, and you're also probably the best valued gentleman that she could probably get, she's gonna stay pretty well bonded to you. Number 3, Tate mentioned this part. She's going to be less likely to be like, because even if she's had 5 other guys, right? And the stigma is lost on her being a whore and all this other stuff, but she's had 5 other guys before. Chances are that you're probably not alpha once you reach fucking 5 of them, right? And when you guys get into any little fucking tiff, or you show that you're not alpha in the slightest, or you even go through something financially or whatever, what's her mind automatically going to shoot to? Other men. Oh, well, fuck this. I'm out. Especially if her fucking notch count is upward of Meghan Markle, right? Where that's exactly what's going on right now. We're seeing live what's going on when you have a woman who's a feminist, who's fucking post-wall, right? Especially with their age, and has a high notch count with daddy issues, right? It's like, oh, the second I sniff something that's not right, instinctively, it's, I can go out and I can find better. And that's why they end up turning into these fucking old maids, is because that's their process now. Anytime they just feel a little bit discomfortable discomfort, uncomfortable,
I think
they're out.
It's a little bit off. I don't.
The last thing I want to say though, that
if they stop feeling the tingles, I just don't feel like him about that anymore.
Yep. That's exactly it. When the tingles are gone,
it just doesn't. I don't want to kiss him. It just doesn't feel the same.
Exactly. It's just the instant gratification and it being all about her. It has nothing to do with you or maintaining a relationship. The last part we got to talk about though is this. It's a value transfer. And I don't think there's a lot of men out there that are willing to communicate this. It communicates to you as well. It's like an exchange. It communicates to you as well that I am of such high value that she has saved this for me and then invested something that is so high level, that is so hard to fight or hold on to in this day and age. There's a mutual respect there, especially if you're an investor, right? So the virginity to men is like, she is investing in me. Does it make sense? So it shows a whole plethora of things. What's that?
100%.
Yeah. So sure, there's guys that are going to be like, oh, I don't want to have sex with a virgin. That's going to be weak and all this other stuff. Okay. Trainer. Like once you pop that cherry,
I'm a great teacher.
Exactly. I'm going to fucking do what I want to do anyway. So that's what she's going to learn. It's going to be great. Yeah, sure. Maybe the first few times she'll probably be like, oh, this hurts. That's great. Learn to take it, sweetheart. You're going to be squeezing the fucking baby out of that thing soon anyway. So, shit. All right. I wanted to go back up to this question real quick. One man's way. So I got it as Lance Corporal. Any tips on moving past that mindset of being an order follower to an action taker? Mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms. No, I'm serious. This sounds like it's fucking crazy, but you need to free your mind a little bit. You need to get out of the old contractual understanding of being inside the box. And you got to do something that's going to open you up a little bit. I would say cannabis, to be honest with you, but too many people end up leaning onto cannabis for like daily habitual use, and you're going to see a decrease in performance. There's people out there that they're the outliers though, that can smoke every day and still be fine and still do whatever. Right. But that's why I think mushrooms are more, you're going to go through a journey. You're going to go through an initiation. It's going to open your mind. And then you're going to sit there the next day and say, fuck, I never want to do mushrooms again. And then there's going to come some time again where you're going to be like, I should do mushrooms again.
NB is up here. Microdosing is great. He is correct. I'm a big fan of microdosing.
Who said that? Microdosing. Yeah. NB. Yeah. I like how I like how your video title gives zero description of what your videos are about. Exactly. Just tune in and fucking watch, dude. That's exactly what it's about. I do in the description later on describe a little. Sometimes I do.
Because
Whatever.
we're freestyling most of the time.
Yeah, we freestyle. We go. We're fucking tune into the show, plain and simple. Watch us fucking rap about what's going on in the world today and all this other shit.
Whatever's on our.
Modern women have the day of reckoning coming in 2024. I'd like to hear what you mean by that, because I mean, I don't have any context to that.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reckoning coming anywhere. I think there's going to be men who figure out what the market's doing and utilize the knowledge they have. There's going to be beta males crashing and burning, not figuring it out, and continue having. I think it's just going to continue down this path. I mean, I don't see anything resetting unless there is an overwhelming revival of spirituality in the church. I don't really see that sniffing around anywhere soon. Like it's not going to change. It's going to ride this out for, another 20, 40 years.
We're a society of sigmas, both men and women. Yeah, I think you came on before and said something about us being sigmas. I had to look it up. I didn't know, because there's so many fucking placeholders that are being thrown around. Yeah. Really, what a sigma male, I guess, is just very intellectual and analytical and all this other stuff. Yeah, you're right. I mean, in the age of information, I kind of think that we're forced to be, and I think that's kind of what was going on. Is it was a test, right? It's like, who can live in this age of information and boost their IQ, EQ up, as well as still maintaining the traditional role. So it's merging the future with the past, biologically and evolutionarily speaking. Who can mold themselves to be able to hold on to the fabric by which the species needs to thrive and how we operate, but also at the sigma, or sorry, at this, I'm reading your fucking thing. But also at the level of, how can you, this is what I talk about in my book. And if you guys haven't read my book yet, I'm offering a free copy of my book. It's in, there's a link in the description. It should be the first link. Go ahead, click that. It'll be automatically emailed to you. But I talk about this. I talk about how we're in the age of a new renaissance. And as men, this is how you adapt to the sexual market. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relational. Okay. Those 6 areas are the key areas of your life that you need to become not just okay in, but you need to try to thrive in all 6 of those areas. And when people sit there and they listen to that, they're like, oh my fucking God, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, dude. Yeah, I know. But the thing is this, number 1, rise to the fucking challenge, rise to the occasion. Plain and simple. I want to look back at my life when I'm on my fucking deathbed, and hopefully it's not a goddamn deathbed. I don't want to be that decrepit. I want to fucking just like go. You know what I mean? Actually, I want to be launched out into space towards the fucking sun, right? And then maybe die along the way there at fucking 100,000 miles an hour or something like that, and just whatever. Cool. Awesome. Let's do it. But anyway, you gotta start wrapping your mind around this thing of like, you can't just have muscles and money. You can't just have that anymore. You got to have game, right? You got to know relationships. You got to be smart. You got to be cooking up here, right? You also have to have some spiritual context to you as well, right? This is why I really like jujitsu, because jujitsu hits the first 4 all together, right? The physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. So if you're rocking jujitsu and you're going to jujitsu 3 times a week, you already got main part of that covered. All you got to do is work on your relationships, mainly with yourself, and build your fucking money up, right? So it's like, you guys got to start thinking of how I can implement these things into my life and have a schedule weekly of how I'm going to be able to become that fucking dude. You know what I mean? So that's going to be the type of dude. That's going to be the type of guy later on that's able to fucking negotiate this environment that we're in today. But not a lot of people, as we see, not a lot of people want to put in the work. They want to be vegans. They want to be male feminists. They want to fucking suck up and kiss ass, and just fucking white knight their way into fucking a woman's pants. And it's like,
really, what you guys need to do out there is just let them be. Don't
Right.
engage. Don't engage. Recognize
Agreed.
what's going on. Play the game you need to. Keep your frame, and don't really engage. You're not gonna change anybody's mind. You're not gonna change anybody. There's nothing we can do other than live our lives. Like if people catch on, if people unplug and look for help, they'll come to you. They'll find you. They'll find us.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
watching
Be
right now.
a magnet. Be a magnet. Don't be a fucking shepherd. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go looking for your flock. Have that flock come to you if need be.
For trying to help them.
And also have a paywall. To be honest with you guys, a lot of you guys are sitting here and actually I haven't heard anyone complain yet. Corey, oh my God, it costs $20 a month to be part of fucking WarTribe. Oh my God. Yeah. Invest in your fucking self, motherfucker. When you pay for stuff, you value it more. And that's the thing. How you separate the wheat from the chaff is you make them pay. You make them pay because they're going to be dedicated more.
Your mindset has to go from, how much does this cost to what does this get me?
Exactly. What value does it bring my life? All right. Vandy says, what are your thoughts on an ex-wife trying to be too involved in your life and balancing keeping her happy to not have her wreck your life, child custody, but still live your life? Jon Fitch, good question.
Yeah, I think mine tries to be too involved with my life. And like, I don't even want to talk to her on the phone. Like I want everything to be a text or email so that I have actual evidence of what was transcribed between us.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say anything. I have no reason to say anything to her. So man, I just have my walls, my frames. Like I don't answer the phone. I'll text right away. I'll get what needs to be done with the kids. But like, yeah, like she's not my friend. We're not cool. We have kids together, but like I don't need her a part of my life. That's just
gentlemen, at this point in time, I have quite a few people coming in and out. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, please. With that said as well, you'd be surprised how most men sit there and think, oh, I need to appease her in order to make her happy. You'd be surprised how little you have to appease her in order to have her fall into your frame. And that's what my thought is. I never do anything. I never play this fucking walking on eggshells thing anymore. I don't dance around subjects. I do. Who's the most valuable person in my life right now? Me. So what does that mean? I do what I want. I do what I want. Plain and simple. That's it. Right now, I get it. It's kind of a fucking fine line. All this other shit. It doesn't mean go and be a dick, but it means establish firm boundaries. If she's trying to be your friend and she's like, hey, what are you doing today? Are you fucking going to the gym? Are you hanging out? What are you doing? Are you going to a personal trainer? Are you going on any dates? Are you dating anybody? You going to go watch some movies? What movie are you watching? Right? Like, listen, no. Right? If you wanted this access to me, we should have stayed in a relationship. Plain and simple, right?
Be direct.
But no. Yeah, exactly. I'd just be like, you don't need to know any of this stuff. That's exactly what I'd say. You don't need to know any of this stuff. What's going on with the kids? Bring it right back to what's like, that's your frame. We communicate only to discuss what's going on with the kids, plain and simple. So you got to fucking make sure and maintain those boundaries. And like John said, it's all via text or email. Because if she tries bringing you to court, she's going to try to bring you to court because she's going to feel a certain way. Oh, he's being a dick to me. That's her justification to bring you back to court in order to get more whatever. Oh, well, Your Honor, he's abusive and all this other stuff. Okay. Where in these texts are these abusive, Your Honor? Right? This is our only communication. Where am I abusive? Where am I abusive, Your Honor? No, I'm just trying to make sure that my kids are taken care of. That's all. That's all that matters at this point in time. Dudes, there was a volcano eruption in the Philippines today. That plus the fires on Australia, this year's crop will be affected. Stock up the pantry before food prices. Guess what? I eat meat only. I beat it out. I eat enough meat to fucking make sure all the vegans. I eat enough meat in a day to live up to what 10 vegans are doing daily. I'm in the balance. They're the ones destroying the fucking environment, not us.
Way more animals die per vegetarian meal than
exactly
meat meal.
All right. So he responded. He said, the day of reckoning is the day when mothers telling their daughters, you'll come into your own at 28 and men will work harder for you, is known to be baby boomer shit. This happens in 2024. I don't understand your timeline, to be honest with you. I like what you're talking about. It makes sense, but I just don't understand your timeline. As the millennials are all 30 to 40. Okay, that's why the date. Okay, so he justifies that stuff. I get it. I don't think there's going to be a day of reckoning. I think it's just society is going to start to shift, kind of like what John's talking about. I think we're going to see it expand, and then I think we're going to see it contract, like every fucking bubble does.
Oh, I
see what we're doing.
I see what he's saying 100%. Well, he's basically talking about how women nowadays are hitting the wall, right? But they hit the wall, like that's when they were told by feminism and their mothers,
right?
That's when they're going to find Mr. Right.
Yeah.
They're realizing now, and this is true. They're already coming to reckoning. Some of them I've met some of them.
Yeah. The wall is undefeated, my friend.
32, 33. Not they're looking, no children, not married. They're looking for the guy for the first time, and they can't find anybody. They can't find a guy who makes enough money that is interesting to them, and they can't find anybody who gets their interest or gets their lady parts tingling. That has the money.
Ajax says, buy an online course instead of Gucci. Invest in yourself. Ajax, this is coming from a man who has bought my online dating mastery course and is a WarTribe member. Says to buy an online course. Couldn't agree with you more. That's been the majority of what I've done over the past couple of years. That's why I'm here today, honestly.
Look at Vandy comment. The at 2:34 p.m.
That's what I'm looking at right now too.
Unfortunately, I do daily, but she has no concept of divorce, thinks we are best friends, tries to get involved in who I'm seeing. She's crazy, the point where she wants us to take vacations. You need to sit her down, write her a nice email. Look, I am not your friend. I do not want to be your friends. Like, this is not okay. You be putting me in these situations is abusive. Right? Just why should you be forced to spend time with somebody who I don't know.
I think it's just that much. I think it's just this much easier. You need to incorporate this. You need to incorporate this word into your vocabulary as soon as possible, especially when dealing with women.
No.
It's no. Yeah. Learn to say that word. I know most of us blue pill dudes I was blue pill for quite some time. Saying the word no felt like I was killing someone. Seriously, right? I was like, oh, I can't say no to these people. That's rude. That's mean. That's what bad boys do. Now I say no all the time. Girls like, hey, do you want to go to? No, I don't want to do that. No, we're good. Right? Anyone says something that I don't want to do, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Thank you. Like, you're not a bad person for saying no and establishing your boundaries or reinforcing your boundaries. Just when she asks you about when she asks you who you're dating, you just don't answer. Don't answer and turn your body position away from her. She'll understand and get the clue. If she pushes back a little bit, be like, listen, I'm not having this discussion with you. You got to establish boundaries, my man. Like, that's where your biggest problems are. You got to learn how to do it. Highly recommend for you, Mr.
I'm there too.
Read No More Mr. Nice Guy. Read No More Mr. Nice Guy right now.
For sure.
Read that book immediately. Get it on Audible. Listen to it. That book is going to help you understand everything that I'm talking about right now. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Fucking egalitarian relationship. It should be a totalitarian dictatorship. I agree. Agreed. You are my first mate. Right? If you're coming into my relationship, you're my first mate. I might come off as a tyrannical asshole sometimes, right? But guess what? Captain knows best. Plain and simple. What's a good way of asking a chick out where I am doing what I want? Is it like, I'm doing this, you want in? Or I want you to come do this? Just say.
Just do it, and she should just come along. Like, you shouldn't have to be even said anything.
If you're asking her out, say, when are you free? Right? That's what I say. If I'm going in for the kill, when are you free to meet? She'll give me a time and date.
I don't even do that. You can say, I'm going to this thing on this day at this time. Would you like to go?
Mm-hmm. Or if I'm being that brash where I'm saying
she's into you, if she's busy, she'll probably change her plans.
If here's my thing though, is if I'm saying that and I'm saying I'm going to do this, I'll just text her right then and there. So I'll say that. Boom, 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 boom. Here's the information. Here's the activity. Here's the place, and here's the time. See you there. right? I don't ask the question. If she's going to be there, she's going to be there. Like if you're going and doing stuff and you want her to attend, be that brash, or just put the time, date, and location. And then when she says, what's this? Be like, oh, that's the time, place, and location of our date. See you there. Right? Like a lot of you guys you're not risk takers. Mm-hmm. Women like risk takers. Women like guys that'll push the boundaries. That's fun. That's a new experience for them. That's all you're providing to them is a new experience. And, it shows her that you like to be in control. Now, there's a difference between being dominant and domineering, right? As we've talked about before.
Knowing what you want and when you want it is also
very attractive to a woman. Very attractive to a woman.
Very confidence inducing.
Yep.
You know what you're going to take it.
Exactly. So be bold. Be bold when it comes to it. No more of this. Excuse me, miss, would you mind partaking in some joyous festivities by going to this at this time? Is that okay? It's like, fuck no, dude. I don't do that shit. No more time wasters. No more none of this stuff. No more asking if it's okay. Like that's the biggest thing that we got to stop doing as men is we got to stop asking for permission to be fucking men. Like, hey, I'm going to fucking play mini golf. I'm playing mini golf here at this time. See you there. Just like, obviously, if she's told you that's her fucking, what's it called, right? You ask what her fucking schedule is like. You're not just like King Alpha fucking Chad with a big thundercock walking in like, I'm going to be here at fucking whatever. See you there. If not, fuck you. It's like, all right, hey, what's your schedule like this week? When are you free to meet? I'm free Thursday, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Thursday night? Perfect. Meet me here at this time. Meet me here at this time and place. Blah, blah, blah. Cool? Right? Something along those lines. In my online dating mastery course, I actually teach you how to, because I'm not a big fan of setting up a date a couple days out because it gives her, I live in one of the flakiest cities in the world, San Diego. People flake like no one's business. It could be raining that day, like drizzling. People, no, I just don't feel like it. I don't know. No, we're good. I need to stay in today. Oh, fucking busy. Kids. It's like, dude, you don't have kids. All right. Yeah. Anyway, so I have it set up a certain way. I'm not going to broadcast it here because that would just be like giving my fucking cards away to the masses. Not like for you to buy it, but like, if women and all this other stuff are listening and all this stuff, they're going to know my strategies. I'm not all about giving the fucking enemy my fucking battle plans. But if it's something you're interested in and you aren't really good with online dating, please do look at my online dating course. It's in the description below. Yeah, veggies and grains are the most dangerous food. It's not good for you. A lot of people say they're good for you, but they're not. Oh, how long in time duration is the dating course? What is your current weekly workout split? My dating course is 4.5 hours long. And it's just like a podcast set up like this where I have it broken down to different things. And then my current weekly workout split, I work out 5 days a week. I do jujitsu 3 days a week, and I do Muay Thai 3 days a week. And that's all I'm doing. Jon Fitch, you want to answer that as well?
Like workout split?
Yeah.
Right now I'm mostly lifting. So I try to make sure I have a good hour a day to get my lift in. I need to get back into jiu-jitsu, but I've just been so busy with everything I'm doing. I have not
building that brand, dude.
Trying to. I mean, it's a lot of busy work, it seems like, but hopefully I'm getting somewhere and we'll start making some money. We've got my donations or my contribute contribute page up on my website now, so that's nice. So we'll see if I get some help from some people.
Oh, I wanted to say this. Online dating, how to be one of the 7,200-year assholes she might make time for. If you turn yourself into the top 1% of dudes, you're not going to have to worry about this stuff. Sure, she's not going to be yours, but at the same time, I also go by the way of I'm not your boyfriend. It's just your turn. Like I am a strict catch and release individual. We could have a thing for 3 months. We could see where things could go. But
a bunch of lesser dudes talking to her in her DMs all the time. But you're going to give her the chance to get some top shelf D, right? And you're going to give it to her until you don't want it anymore, or until she's tired of your shit. And either way, her time is over. So then you'll have the opportunity to give someone else some of your time.
Right. Absolutely. If I talked about this yesterday on Rule Zero as well, on top of MLD stuff, online dating should be the majority of where you're getting the majority of your leads. It shouldn't be all of where you get your leads, because if you do that, you ruin your skills as a hunter. But online dating should be the majority of where you're sourcing from. Don't have any guilt and shame surrounding that. Listen, you're marketing yourself. You're marketing yourself to a market of people that want to invest in you or have a whatever with you. It's okay. And that's what my online dating course teaches people, is who cares if you're not a kid? Who cares if you're 44? Who cares? Do you want to bang 18 to 22-year-olds? How many of them? I could talk to fucking 15, 18 to 22-year-old girls a day on online dating. Unless you're going to a fucking college campus, right? You're not going to get that same level of exposure. Mm-hmm. Now, this also, my online dating course also teaches you like how to talk to women, right? So like the next level up is your day to day. So if I'm a father and I'm dropping my kids off at jujitsu, like fucking John would be doing, and I see a cute mom that I know is single, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to approach her. Or if I'm at the fucking grocery store, or if I'm, at the DMV and I'm in line with someone, or if I'm at Starbucks that day, or whatever in my day to day, I'm going to walk up to her and I'm going to approach her because I have an abundant mentality. Mainly because online dating has also given me an abundant mentality and has given me the fucking training level to talk to women. It's just, it's a second nature thing now. I just go and do it, and then from there I go through a whole bunch of different stuff. So yeah. I don't see any more how you could fuck over the 2,000 girls. You cyber prey. That's so weird. What's up, Matt W? Looking forward to seeing you in the webinar tonight. For those of you guys that aren't members of WarTribe, every Sunday night I do a webinar with the members of WarTribe where I give them, no kidding, direct feedback on what they need to improve in their lives. You have to be a member of WarTribe in order to get in on those webinars. So if that's something you're interested in, just visit the website, www.thwartribe.com, in order to get in on those webinars. Like I said, webinar starts in exactly 2 hours and 15 minutes, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you for buying my book. I appreciate it. Leave a review. I'm not going to tell you what kind of review to leave, but the feminists have been coming in there and leaving their mark. So in order to push back, we got to push back our mark, which I also want to say a big thank you to gentlemen who have bought my book recently and have left awesome reviews. We are now up past the 50% mark. The feminists are losing, and they seem to be losing steam in wanting to leave negative comments. So, they'll be back, I'm sure. Who knows? Anyway, John, we pushed past the hour mark.
Yep. It's time to
break
my fast.
What's that?
Time to break my fast.
Yeah, I got you. Look, you don't have to lie. Just don't fully disclose everything. Yeah, that's exactly it too. Whenever you're dealing with women, give them a kernel of truth and then let them run with it. Do not tell them full disclosure. That is the most panty-drying thing you could possibly do. Hey, Corey, what do you do for work? Oh, well, I'm an accountant.
Stuff.
Yeah. Or, hey, Corey, what do you do for work? Oh, you really want to talk about that right now? Like, you want to talk about work? Are you that boring that that's all you can talk about? Right? And then give them a little smile like I just did right there. Oh, beautiful. Girls are just,
Let's say my favorite is they'll say, what do you do? Like, I do whatever I want.
That's what I'm talking about. You guys got to learn to be playful. You got to learn not to be so acquiescent to fucking women. Like, they're not going to chop your nuts off right there, guys. The worst you could do is fucking.
I got another good one. It's, what do you do? What, are you writing a book?
Yeah.
Oh, that works. I get a chuckle.
Writing a book. Yeah, I used to say that a long time ago. I'm always a retired stripper or a retired stripper or gay sex therapist. Oh my God.
Stripper gays.
Terrible. Book 2. Actually, I'm going to start working on that a little bit more right now. I'm hoping that should be out within the next 3 months. That's what I'm hoping for. I want it done by end of quarter 1, moving into quarter 2. That's going to be a That's going to be a hit. I can feel it. There's too much in this book for it to not be a hit. Is all I got to say. Anyway, with that said, Jon Fitch, why don't you go ahead and tell these kind fools where to find you?
Go to jonfitch.net, sign up for newsletter, check out my YouTube channel, Official Jon Fitch, my Patreon for some technique videos and some behind the scenes of my podcasting stuff, jonfitch.net, or patreon.com/Jon Fitch. My podcast, Jon Fitch Knows Nothing. Check that out. I got all kinds of stuff going on. Seminar this weekend, the 18th in San Jose. At the Kickboxing Academy. It'll be a basic self-defense course. I'm developing this. Hopefully I will eventually have a online course for this basic self-defense seminar that I'm doing.
Hell yeah. We got 23 people up in the chat right now. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that like button. That'll be fucking awesome. My YouTube channel seems to be taking off a little bit. I mean, in perspective to what it was before. I just did my 500 sub show last week, and I think I'm already sitting at about 715 subs right now. So nice. For those of you guys that are sharing this content with other people, I do appreciate it. You guys are saints. For those of you that aren't, well, what are you doing? You want to fix society, but you don't want to fucking take an easy second of your life and just share it on Facebook or text it to a friend that might be interested. So please start looking into doing that. Would highly appreciate it. Next thing's next. In the description below, you will see a link for a copy of my book for free. For free. Click that link. All you have to do is put in an email address and you will get a free copy directly sent to you. You can copy that link as well, and you could send that to a friend also. Oh my God, you guys would be fucking epic. That's also going to highlight some of the things too that you could join as far as my online dating mastery course, personal one-on-one coaching. Yes, I do one-on-one coaching, by the way. And this is going to offer you a special offer. I'm normally $300 an hour. However, for people that are WarTribe members and for people that are subscribed to this channel, I'm now bringing my rates down for people that are actually buying into my products and what I have to say for $160 an hour. So take a look at that link. Click through, get a free copy of my book. Tell me what you think about that. With that said, guys, we will see you Wednesday. I'm going to go live with Troy Francis at 9 a.m. on his channel. 9 a.m. Shit. I think it's 8 a.m. Pacific Standard, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. So Troy Francis, I'm going to be talking about ayahuasca and iboga. And then later that day, I'll be back with Jon Fitch, rocking and a rolling.
Yeah.
All right. Until then, see you guys. Peace
later,
out.
dudes.